One of the happiest moments in your life is when you find the courage to let go of what you cannot change. About 5 years ago, my grandma was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I felt kind of numb to it all. I had recently lost my mother-in-law to this disease of the mind. We all watched her suffer greatly in the last 3 years of her life, slowly falling into the depths of her memories. She didn't recognize us. She said inappropriate and sometimes hurtful things and would get into fits of irritability, mean-spirited and sometimes just plain angry. I mourned her the day I saw her go through a hallucination. It was of a past memory. She had a suspicion, an anger she felt so real, she was reliving it and acting out on it on that day. I stifled sobs that night, trying to console myself into the creases of my pillows. I knew then I would never get her back. I didn't realize who she was anymore. Always so composed, funny, thoughtful, generous, and kind. She was struggling in this battle years before, but she did a really great job of hiding it from everyone but her husband, who would share his concerns with the doctor only to have her berate him for challenging her cognition. She was afraid of what was happening to her, afraid of letting go and what it would mean, of losing control, afraid to let anyone in. I got to visit with my grandmother this past weekend, and it was really entertaining. Her short-term memory is gone. She is directionally challenged, and she can't be left alone because she'll start to wonder, thinking she has an appointment to get to. You tell her to go get ready, go upstairs, and she goes up and takes a nap or starts fiddling around with a hook on her blouse that needs fixing. And then she wanders back downstairs, wondering why she was upstairs. I personally think I'm in a bit of trouble with this one because it's an affliction that I combat daily. She needs assistance in the shower. She's forgotten how to manage the faucets. You can show her, but she'll shortly soon forget and end up calling from the ice cold water, "Help! How do you change this? I need hot water." She cannot manage her finances or recognize if she's eaten or not eaten, even right after eating. My brother had just finished making himself some ramen noodles, Grandma's favorites. Grandma had just said she wasn't hungry when my mom had offered her. But when the smell reached her nose, she kept commenting, that smells amazing. Oh, I just love noodles. They are so delicious. You're gonna enjoy those.
Grandma, would you like some?
Oh, my sweet boy, you are the kindest, most generous boy. May God give you a wonderful mother. Thank you, my sweet boy. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Look how this boy thinks of his grandmother. One thing she does remember, though, is her love of wine. Toro Loco, full-bodied Cabernet Sauvignon with 2 ice cubes. We indulge in her love of wine, but we also make sure she drinks responsibly. She has lost her ability to pace herself and often doesn't know when to stop. So when the wine runs out or she gets cut off, she'll try and snag someone else's drink, sneak in some more when no one's looking, or if she can't get any more and she really wants it, she'll revert to a 4-year-old and cross her arms and pout, or storm off, stomping her feet, slamming doors up to her room, muttering under her breath. More often, she'll make mocking faces at my mom when she's not looking, stick her tongue out when she's got her back turned. Yes, Grandma has changed a lot, but she doesn't suffer. One of the most notable differences is the loops. My grandma has always been a woman that has an eye for detail and presentation. She'll be the first to point out who's been eating too much pie and fried food and who hasn't had enough. She'll let you know if she likes you or she doesn't like something, or something seems off to her. She'll let you know over and over and over, describing the features and attributes that she finds endearing or distasteful, and ideas on how to maybe correct it. My brother brought over his new girlfriend for Thanksgiving dinner, and Grandma just adored her. Oh, you are so lovely. Your hair is just gorgeous and dark, full of a hint of auburn when the sun hits it. Oh, you're just so sweet. Don't mind me, I'm the crazy one of the family. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're just beautiful. Oh, you must be the lovely girlfriend of the bald one. I felt so sorry for anyone taking a drink when that one dropped. Liquid seemed to forget its direction. My poor brother is 24 and losing his hair fast. Any inhibitions or tiptoeing around the issue was no match for Grandma's no-filter get-to-the-point approach. Grandma can recognize that she's forgotten. I'm sure I asked you this already, but what can we do? You're just gonna tell me again because you love me and I'm going to die soon. So at least I will give you some stories to tell. I refuse to be the haggard stump of lifelessness. That one was one of my favorites. I always have a good time, don't I? I'm the old one in the family now, and you're just gonna have to accept me as I am. She seems to have given into the process and into her family to take care of her. My teen daughter also fell into her radar. She spent painstaking hours on the craft of perfecting the perfect brow, only to have Grandma pick them apart. What's wrong with her eyebrows? Your eyebrows look kind of funny, no? They're a little square? Did you miss a spot? Oh wow, I like those. But why? Is that the style? Maybe they're too big for you. Do you think I could pull them off? I feel like she doesn't suffer because she doesn't feel the need to hide it. It's nothing to be ashamed of for her. It's a natural process of life and part of being in a family. She doesn't need to hold the veneer of composure and perfection. When it's time for her to stay with another family member and we give the report of her time here, we don't even guard our stories because she is just as entertained. Who did that? Oh, that was me? Well, I guess you never know what you're gonna get when I'm around. I don't believe Alzheimer's is about a disease of the mind as much as an unraveling and uncovering of how the mind works. Uncovering the past memories and resentments, the mask of comfort and self-possession can't survive because these defenses we use to hide them no longer are employed. Filters are all removed and real thought processes come to light. I noticed my grandma primed herself in every situation. She made snap decisions and reinforced it through repetition. When she was being told she was going to my aunt's next, she said, "Oh, I'm so happy to go see my daughter. We have such a nice time together." She has that ugly cat she treats like a baby. Oh, I love cats, even when they're ugly. I'm going to have a great time there. She did this before going on a trip to my brother's for dinner or my uncle's. I always have a great time. I am so happy. My grandma doesn't suffer because she primes herself to have a great disposition and to have a great time. She decides ahead of time that she's going to do well. She accepts herself to the fullest degree and isn't trapped by her inabilities or cognitive relapses. She laughs them off. She's not a prisoner to her insecurities. I opened with a quote. One of the happiest moments in our lives is when we find the courage to let go of the things we cannot change. I feel like Alzheimer's amplifies our inner workings. Are we fearful and negative, or are we full of love and appreciation? What if we primed ourselves the same way and we started right now? I'm excited to. I get to. I always have a great time. I am loved and accepted. What if we just weren't so afraid of being pulled into the imaginations of what if, they must, how will I, and learn to just let go and imagine a wonderful scenario that sets us free instead of ones that make us feel trapped and fearful. We suffer in fear from uncertainty, but what if we focus on being certain of our worth and our attitudes with those tools? We could be unstoppable. We suffer more from our imaginations than we do in reality because it's all our creation.
This video is dedicated to my grandma, Maria Antonieta Quintero. May your legacy live on with fantastic attitude and love and zest for life. Thank you so much for watching. Has Alzheimer's touched your life? It's been such a journey for me to see how it affects people differently. In my mother-in-law and my grandma. How has it affected you? Thanks so much again for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. Have an awesome day.